very fact that you cannot get through a single comment without misgendering both me and Leah should be proof positive to everybody looking on that this whole argument has absolutely nothing to do with fairness or integrity. This is just a convenient little cover story for your transphobia. What?
Cause fuck you, that's why. Cause fuck you, that's why. Cause our youth needs their butt kicked, that's why. They ought to be fighting in a war, that's why. They need fucking discipline, that's why. Fuck you, that's why.
Hey, American Deplorables, welcome in. Truly appreciate the stops and, the interactions, likes, shares, views, and whatnot on just about every platform except Meta and YouTube. YouTube alone, I've watched my views go from thousands to single digits in just a few weeks, right? So it's good times out here. But again, thanks for coming, and thanks for the interactions, all right? Like the title implies here, right? It's part 2 of the earlier musings, where I was basically giving my view on where we are socially, where we are basically as a whole, as far as the West is concerned. A few points that I kind of glossed over, wanted to touch on a little more in depth, some due to conversations since the posting of that earlier video, but some just because I don't have a teleprompter, right? But we'll start off. First one, wanted to point the fact out that being a victim doesn't make one morally superior, okay, in any way. In fact, being peaceful due to weakness is the furthest thing from a virtue, rather a detriment to existence, okay? We've evolved on a planet where it's only the strong survive scenario, but here we stand destroying the pinnacle of human evolution to this point to appease the weakest among us, whether that be physically, emotionally, or mentally, right? But for what end? Pretty obvious as far as the overlords are concerned. They've come to the conclusion that the divided, confused, conflicted, and emasculated populace is much easier to control and doesn't provide much pushback while being bereft of their rights, right? You know the saying, they're not stupid, they think you are. Right, so keep the divisions. Right, that's what the left is currently working on. They call themselves progressive, but it is absolutely regressive. They are pushing for segregation, and they're going to make everybody a protected class, and they're going to outlaw speech. They say Republicans are banning books. When those books in all those states you can purchase as an adult right now. You know what I mean? They're definitely a 2 + 2 = 5 group. But moving on. So on the other hand of that, right, choosing peace when capable of purely aggressive acts is not only a virtue, but it's strength and an absolute act of will. Strong men unite others, conquer armies, and move large swaths of mental paradigms, right? Where, weak fembots can only grieve, right? We talked about it earlier, the victim mentality, and deconstruct, that which they don't understand or have a hard time or can't assimilate into. It's a, if I can't come in the clubhouse, I'll burn it down mentality. You know what I mean? That's real shit. It's hard to call where we go from here. We've basically, come to this crossroads where it's either continue on course, feminizing our sons, degrading them, calling them toxic for showing genealogical male traits, telling them that, men can menstruate, breaking, our dollar to support the feelings of others, the weakness of others, paying out billions of dollars a year in subsidies and whatnot, whether that be corporate or personal. It does not matter to me. Nobody, again, a citizen or a corporation should be too big or too small to fail, right? No one's responsible for you but you. You know what I'm saying? And it's come to a point to where it hasn't gotten bad enough, I feel, to take the other route, which is, we unleash, the true power of the West, the Western civilization economy. We've been at the top of all economies for decades, but due through, again, leftist tenants, NAFTA and whatnot, destroying our manufacturing sector and making us more, reliant on foreign countries. And again, the mental and emotional aspect, where they stir up people and tell them they're being hunted and oppressed, while it's, exact inversion of the truth. It hasn't gotten bad enough, right? I think that people are capable of, breaking the chains and, turning this thing around, but I think it's going to absolutely have to hit damn near rock bottom for people to open their eyes. Right now, everybody's still eating, sitting in their AC, and being pretty comfortable, right? For the most part. It's expensive out here, inflation, yada, yada, right? But, you see with the acts going on where countries are raising men and laughing at our, obvious glaring weaknesses here and division. They are creating new currencies and trade deals that is going to absolutely decimate the United States dollar. That's been the trade currency since like the 50s. And, we're going to see true strife in this country, unfortunately. It seems like it's headed that way, like it's inevitable. But, I feel, unfortunately, it's going to have to get to, to that point before people finally realize what the hell is taking place. And there's obviously groups, I'm not special, I'm not alone, I'm not trying to say, I'm different than everybody, right? There's obviously a large group of people that feel the same way I do. At least 75 million, right? But there'll be more. There'll be more. The worse it gets, come on over. We'll have you. All right? You guys tell me what you think, man. Tell me I'm wrong. Argue with me in the comments. Come over to debate. Come over to bullshit. Come over to just say fuck off. All right? Again, like, share, subscribe. Smell you later.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet? That's what I don't understand.